Nutrition science has a tendency to reduce food to its chemical components, the macronutrients, the micronutrients, the phytochemicals, and anti-nutrients. This reduction is useful for certain analytical purposes and has produced real knowledge. But it misses something that the experience of traditional food cultures makes impossible to ignore. Food is not only biochemistry. It is memory, identity, belonging, and meaning. For the Inuit of Greenland, the relationship between traditional diet and cultural health operates on a dimension that no fatty acid profile can fully capture. The traditional foods of Greenland seal, whale, caribou, Arctic char, fermented and dried meats were not merely sustenance. They were embedded in practices of hunting, sharing, preparation, and communal eating that structured social life, transmitted cultural knowledge across generations, and connected individuals to the land and the community. The hunt was a ritual as much as a food acquisition strategy. The sharing of a successful kill was a social contract. The preparation of traditional foods engaged elders and children together in ways that transmitted language, story, ecological knowledge, and identity simultaneously with calories and nutrients. The decline of traditional food consumption among younger Greenlanders is, therefore, not only a nutritional story. Research has documented its psychological and social consequences alongside the metabolic ones. Loss of connection to traditional foodways has been associated with reduced cultural identity and belonging risk factors for the depression, substance use, and suicide rates that affect some indigenous communities at elevated rates. Food, in this context, functions as what researchers have called cultural medicine, a practice that sustains well-being through its cultural and relational dimensions as well as its nutritional ones. This psychosocial dimension of food has analogs far beyond the Arctic. Immigration research consistently finds that dietary acculturation, the process by which immigrant populations adopt the food patterns of their new country, is associated with deteriorating health outcomes, even when the traditional diet was nutritionally imperfect by Western standards. The Mediterranean diet's health benefits are not fully explained by its nutrient composition, the social context of meal sharing, the cultural relationship with food, and the identity-embedding nature of the cuisine contribute to outcomes that isolated nutritional interventions cannot replicate. For anyone engaged with food and health, this analysis carries a practical implication. The metrics worth tracking extend beyond macros and micronutrients to include the social and cultural dimensions of eating. Cooking for others, maintaining family food traditions, preserving the stories embedded in traditional recipes, and approaching meals as communal rather than purely functional events. These are legitimate components of a comprehensive understanding of food and well-being. The nutritional sciences will benefit from taking this more seriously than they currently do.